Welcome to this list of some of the best central attacking midfielders Football Manager 2020 has to offer. And for this list, I will focus on youngsters that are 20 years or younger. And remember, whenever you start a new save of Football Manager, there is a bit of RNG involved, which means these stats becomes a little bit randomized and also the potential becomes a little bit randomized. So make sure to scout them all, because some of these guys might be stronger in your save or some might be weaker. And first off, we have Pedri. Plays for Barcelona, out on loan currently in this save. And look at these stats and then look at his age. Now look back at these stats and then look back at his age. At 16 years old, he has 15 technique, 15 passing, 16 first touch, 16 dribbling, 17 flair, 14 vision. That is sensational at this age. I mean, these stats are almost good enough for him to start in a pretty high up level. His only weakness right now, because he's 16 years old, is his physical, which are garbage, but that's to be expected from a 16-year-old. The problem will be, of course, snatching from Barcelona, but if you can do that, my god, this youngster has a lot of potential. Next up, we have a name that you know about. It's Martin Ødegaard from Real Madrid, out on loan to Real San Sebastian. And he's been like one of the top attacking midfielders in Football Manager for ages now, it feels like. And he's still really, really good. Will he make it in real life? Well, people starting to question it, but in Football Manager, he definitely have the stats that could take it. I mean, look at all these greens here. 16 dribbling, 16 first touch, 16 passing, 16 technique, 16 vision, 17 teamwork, 18 flair, 16 agility. He is potential to become really, really good, but another trouble getting him from Real Madrid is never easy. Next up on the list, we have a young Belgian player, 18-year-old Yari Verschaeren from Anderlecht, and he might not be as famous as the last guy, and his stats is not as good yet, but he's 2 years younger, so give this guy 2 years to develop. If you treat him well, you will start seeing 15, 16, 17 on this lad too. A lot of potential, and it probably will be a lot easier to sign too, because he currently is in a smaller club. Then we have Nicolò Zaniolo from Roma, had a big breakthrough last season in real life. Look at his stats, he's 19 years old and it's already starting to look sensational in the mental department, pretty strong in the tactical ones, decent or even pretty good at physical. Like I would say, looking at the most important things here considering his role, he kind of don't have any weaknesses at this age, because he has all the right stats. And then consider 3-4 years of development, all of these stats are 2-3 steps higher. Fantastic. Clearly this lad will play a lot of caps for Italy in the future. Next up we have Reinier, and it's a 17-year-old Brazilian, and another talented, so many talented players there are in Brazil, but his price tag is basically nothing, which means he could be somebody that you maybe with a little bit of luck can pick up pretty cheap, but of course it's going to be could be a trouble with the work permit. But has potential to become a great attacking midfielder in the future. Then we have Thiago Almada, an 18-year-old Argentinian player, plays for Vélez, and I would say he's kind of like just a tiny step better on everything, but I would than the last guy. But at the same time, that this is probably RNG between saves. I looked these guys up on a lot of different saves, and the stats always varies a little bit. But I mean, look at his stats at 18. He has a bunch of 15s, some 16s. Yeah, starting to look really, really good. This is clearly a player I would like to sign myself. And looking at these stats, he seems fantastic potential. He's a perfectionist too, a really, really good personality that going to help him improve a lot. Then we have Mohamed Ihattaren, a 17-year-old Dutch player, plays for PSV, and once again, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but look at these stats at 17. These are sensational stats for a 17. With 15, 16, 15, 16, 50. I mean, like, imagine 3 years of development on this guy, and he's still only going to be 20, but all these stats going to be improved. Yeah, this is a player I would keep my eyes on for sure. Could probably, I mean, since he's a Dutch player playing in a Dutch league, I feel like he shouldn't be that expensive to sign, but you never know. Then we have Hannibal Mejbri. Plays for Man United, and he is only 60 years old, so these stats, of course, need to be considered with his age. Playing for Man United, probably going to be very difficult to sign him, but with these stats already at 16, he has the potential to become something really, really big. But yeah, the big boss here is going to be how you snatch him from United. Next up, we have Phil Foden. Plays for Man City. So we are staying in Manchester, just the other part of Manchester, 19 years old, and he's already have the stats that, I mean, look at these stats. He would be a regular starter in most clubs already at 19. And look, it's all the right stats also for an advanced playmaker. Technique 17, passing 16, first touch 15, dribbling 15, vision 16, off the ball 15, flair 16. I mean, I don't even have to read this for you guys. I mean, this guy at 19 would be a regular starter in most clubs. Can you imagine him in 3-4 years when he's developed even further? But yeah, you need to be a very, very rich guy to be able to sign him, because Man City won't let him go for free. I mean, he's already worth almost 40 million euros. And then we have a man that everybody knows about now, João Félix. And for us who play Football Manager, we have followed him for years. I think he was 16 years old when I signed him the first time a few versions ago of this game. But look at his stats, and of course in real life he has been performing for Atletico Madrid. Probably going to be one of the top 2-3 best attacking midfielders in the world in the future. These stats already at 19 makes him one of the best players in this position. Give him a few more years to develop. If he stays injured free, he would be probably top 3 best players in the world. Sensation. And then the last guy on the list is Kai Havertz. I was considering would you go for Félix or João as the Kai. I mean, as the last guy, because he always wants something fancy to the end, and I decided to go with Kai just because everybody always know about Félix. I thought we wanted something else. They're kind of similar level. I checked them out in a bunch of different saves. These two are always the 2 best players in the world when it comes to this position among youngsters. But just like Félix is just sensational. At this young age, technique 17, first touch 17, vision 17, off the ball 16, flair 15, decisions 15, composure 17, pace 17, natural fitness 16, stamina 15. I mean, if you can afford him, buy him. And I would think, my guess, he is valued a lot too, almost 40 million euros. But I would guess that Bayern 04 would be easy to sign from him, sign him from Bayern 04 than it would be to sign Félix from Atletico Madrid. But that's just my guess. There you have it, some of the best young central attacking midfielders FM20 has to offer. But let me know, guys, did I miss one of your favorites? Use the comment section below. Tell me about those fantastic attacking midfielders you found in your saves. And of course, press that like button, it helps me out. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more FM20 content. Thank you for watching.